I got my three besties on the. I got
I
everybody
don't have my
there.
glasses on. This is going to be fun.
You
Oh my,
don't have
I
to.
can't believe Trey's up.
Trey is up and Taylor's up. This is a big
Oh,
old day. This is a big old day
woo!
for y'all. I
Yes,
want
we were
to.
our
I want to
video.
hear. I want to hear all about it. So I want to make sure I get the whole view of everybody. Okay, Taylor's at the farm. We just talked about farming, and we talked to our friend Jean about recovery. Now we're going to
Thank
talk about the other side of that, and it is the good stuff of having a brand new video. Twitty and Lynn. I was with y'all out at Hurricane Mills this past weekend. Oh my God, what a party!
so much fun. We had a blast. 3 million people out here. That's right, 3 million people came this weekend. It was so fun. It's so fun to perform with the family. And Joni came out. Joni Twitty came, Conway's daughter. My aunts and my dad came out to sing, and we just had a blast.
Now, Trey,
Hey,
you were trying to tell me the whole story of the significance of July 8th and
right.
why releasing this song, I'm on Fire. Yes, the Springsteen classic,
Hmm.
uh, and how that came to be. Do you want to start the story and let Taylor finish it?
I
Sure.
like telling the whole story.
I know you do.
Well,
Well, let's start with Trey.
we used to ride around Canada when we first got started. We listened to 80s rock and 80s country all the time. We'd go back and forth from, you know, Aerosmith, Motley Crue, Poison to John Conley, Conway, uh, Alabama, whoever.
Hmm.
We were listening to some 80s rock, and I'm on Fire came on, and Taylor goes, my mom loved that song when I was a kid. We always sang it. And I said, that would be a cool duet, I think. Because of the storyline, it'd be a cool duet. We should do that. And then we got back, did our first ranch show, and her mom passed away the next morning of after doing our first ranch show. So we just said we should do this. Should be our first release. Should be dedicated to her mother and for inspiring that song. So that's what we did.
Taylor, I love the picture that you paint when you talk about riding around with your mama singing this song. Would you share a little bit of that with us?
Oh, I mean, that was just what we did. Mama never stayed still. So, and she still had a crush on my daddy my whole life. So we would traps the roads, going 40 from Franklin, Tennessee up to Waverly all the time, or down south to Panama City Beach. I don't know where we got the money to go on so many vacations at the beach, but we did it. And that's what we did. We sang and we laughed and we rode around in her Firebird. And those are my best memories of her, or dancing, dancing off the bed and all the tables at home. And so I'm on Fire was just one of those songs. It's got that, I can't do it right now, but that like hoo thing in it, where we would just belt it, me and my brother and my mama, at the top of our lungs. Like, that was between that and In the Jungle. We were, it was those. We liked any part with the ooh in it.
I
So
love
yeah.
it. And when Trey said, "Hey, we should do this as a duet," how did that hit your heart?
Anytime Trey and I agree on anything, I'll just say it's a miracle. First of all, for us to pick a song that we both like is amazing, because that was so exciting. And for us, after she passed away, for him to be like, we really should. Now we have to do that. And then to do it. And it was his idea to release it today. And so I think that's the stuff about Trey that makes me want to cry, kind of, that people don't see. And that's really where our like sibling love comes from now, is that he cares so much about those little things. And he was with me when I found out my mom passed away. We landed in Detroit, headed to Canada, and he was with me, and he knows those moments, and he's lived them with me, and he's very sensitive, and just not a lot of people know it. And so it hits my heart deeply for that to have been his idea and not my idea, because I'm an egomaniac, so I'll take everything and make it about me. But for him to have done that was explosive in my heart.
Trey, I have to tell you that that is a very Conway move.
Oh,
Conway had the gift of hearing a song that was on rock radio or pop radio and said, I can do that. That'll be a country song.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was so him. And for him to hear that, I'm going, and Conway found songs for everybody else to record too. So I feel like the torch got passed to you in this whole thing.
Well, thank you. I hope so. That's a good torch. He did Heartache Tonight. He did that country version of Heartache Tonight by the Eagles. He did Slow Hand, obviously, The Rose. He did a couple of others, but he was a rock guy originally, so he has that ear for rock songs, and he just has an ear for any great song, actually, like you mentioned. So, yeah, I mean, I just when it came on, I just heard her and I doing it, and that's what we got. Scott Baggett, our producer, came up with a great arrangement, and he got the idea immediately, and he made it happen for us.
Well, y'all got a great fan club. People are jumping in here. Jennifer and Elizabeth, EB, of course.
Yeah.
And Linda.
Fans in the world. There were so many devoted Loretta and Conway. There's so many devoted Loretta and Conway fans, and we've been so blessed to have them sort of come over to us. But it's great because they're not going to stick around if they don't like you. They're hardcore. They will call you out, good or bad. So it's great to have a tribe like that behind us.
And what I love too is that you have this core of singing Meemaw and Poppy's songs. You have this core. This is what we do, and making sure that everybody knows it's not impersonation; it is tribute, and that there's a huge difference. But you have to expand what you do. And that's the cool thing, is that you guys have discovered now you've got a yours, mine, and ours. Because Tayla, you've got your solo stuff. And Tre, when does your solo project come out?
Actually, I just finished the last part of it yesterday. I went to Cash Cabin and recorded some. The album is 3 parts. I did 4 songs, rockabilly songs at Sunrise. I did 4 R&B rock type songs at Fame and Muscle Shoals. And yesterday, I did 4 outlaw country Southern rock songs at Cash Cabin. So it's kind of like just a celebration of Southern music that I grew up on, that I love so much, and just kind of like that Muscle Shoals, Nashville, Memphis connection, triangle of great music. So that's kind of the concept of the record, is just like those 3 areas and the music that came out of those 3 areas, So, but we just finished the 4 tracks yesterday for the outlaw country Southern rock portion of it. So I'm not sure what date it'll be out, but in the next couple of months, probably, I'm sure.
We'll keep watching because it's going to be great. I just know it is. And Tayla, you've been a writing machine. How often are you writing songs now? So you're not just recording songs in the past. You are really working on your writing too.
I'm working on it. Tre gets on to me all the time because I don't write nearly enough, but I love to write. Tre and I have been writing a lot with Mark Narmore, who's just incredible. Love About Sundays and Moon Over Georgia. Like, he's so perfect for us, and he is my favorite co-writer. I mean, we just get it. So we have been writing a lot, and we have 4 songs, originals, that Tre and I are gonna record with our producer Scott Baggett. And but I love writing other stuff too, which you helped me on some stuff yesterday, so I appreciate that.
Look, I go back and forth. I love writing in any form. That's why I loved writing the article that came out today. If you want, everybody subscribe to Main Street Nashville. That article came out today about Twitty and Lynn. It's just the way they hit me every time I'm around them and their music. It's almost so emotional when I see you sing live, because there's so much chemistry of Conway and Loretta, who I always say I love more than lunch and jewelry. There has to be a bigger category for Conway and Loretta for me, because it's just so, I'm that weird fan who I've been watching since I was 7 years old, walking around, just following everything they ever did. So I wrote the article from the fan perspective, and why everybody is leaving comments. You guys keep leaving the comments on this show, because they're really precious. And you guys, after the show, you can go and see how everybody just loves y'all.
Well, thank you so much. And Meemaw adores you, and she loved that you came out and emceed for us on Saturday night, and she sends her love. And you do so much for us, Devon. Thank you so much.
Well, you are so welcome. And I will tell you, love to Loretta. And thank you, Loretta and Conway, for this incredible legacy that was left so someone can step in and keep these songs alive. Because that's the deal is you guys stepped up and are keeping them alive. So that the thing that got me was the number. There were babies and toddlers and little kids and old people. I mean, we're talking old people.
Yeah.
And the whole thing in between, they were all there. Every seat was full. Everybody was singing and dancing around it. It was wow.
Well, it's like a people grow up on this music, you know. They're like a grandmother will have a daughter who will have a daughter, and they'll all listen to Loretta and Conway. So like we'll get the three generations of people that come to the shows because of the grandmother started it, right? The daughter, now the great granddaughters continuing it. So it's just like we get from 8 to 80 at our shows.
It really is. It truly is that, and all points in between. And because this is I'm on Fire and it's a Springsteen song, I don't want anything to hit me with a copyright on that. So, and I know that you guys are seeing it on CMT. It is airing today. So you got your debut on CMT, and I'm not going to do anything to pee on that tree. I just said that out loud. I'm a little bit country, so that will come out. I'm not going to mess that up for you, but I will say everybody needs to see that because it is a sexy video.
Thank you.
Ooh, girl.
Steve Condon was the director on that. He does all the Old Dominions videos. He did all the Break Up with Him and the other ones that. But he was nominated for CMA Director of the Year a few times, so that was his vision for the song.
And you paid homage to the source. You go back to the Stone Pony in New Jersey to film it.
Yeah, that was great. That was a really good experience for Tayla and I. They were so nice to us and accommodating and love what we did. And we got to walk around the Asbury Park and Wildwood, New Jersey, and just all that area where it all came from, you know.
Well, I can't tell everybody enough. Just go to CMT. Okay, I'm going to tell you, y'all got a reason to watch CMT now because it's got Twitty and Lynn on it.
Posted on our Facebook page today too. You can see it on there if you want a sneak peek.
Okay, sneak peek. Facebook page for Twitty and Lynn. Follow on socials. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think Ray just woke up, so he'll
I did just wake up.
Brief all my, critique all of my getting it up there correctly with all the right links and hashtags and stuff.
Because you can't, you know what? It's so fun.
Listen, I stood there and put on Meemaw's fur coat for the video.
Are you serious? Are you wearing Dad's at hers?
That's Meemaw's. Yeah.
That's a great coat.
Yeah.
I love all the story behind the story behind the story. That is so cool.
So many little things about it. It's hard to add everything, but yes, I raided Meemaw's closet for everything important. I just go and raid the vault. And so far, yes. So I'm just trying to get all my yeses in, right here in these little things we're doing.
Okay, I got to ask you before we get out of here. Opry debut. How cool was that?
It was my second time in the building. My first time was when they put Poppy in the Hall of Fame in '99, and I sat in the very top row of the Opry, and that was my second time in the building, being on the stage. So it was kind of a surreal moment for me, going from the top of the back row to the stage the next time.
And I know that Meemaw picked out the outfit that you wore, Tayla, right?
I tried on everything she had, and that little jumpsuit was the one that she screamed that I had to wear. And I had her with me in my pocket the whole time. It was very spiritual. I was so full of gratitude. I mean, I just kept thanking her and Jesus, Loretta and Jesus the whole time that I was standing there doing what
There's a song title.
It's so funny. Did you just see? I just went, ding, Loretta and it went right up there. Okay. If y'all are songwriters who watch this show, and I know y'all do, don't be writing that down. That's Tayla's idea. And Trey and Tayla are going to do that with Mark Narmore.
Yeah. You're coming in on it, D.
Hey, I'll go do that. Mark Narmore is one of my favorite co-writers too. I just love him.
He's amazing. Amazing guy. Amazing talent.
Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm so excited, but I want everybody to know that they're going to be able to see the televised version on Circle Television of your Opry debut. Do you have a date on that? I forgot.
Yeah.
July 18th.
Oh, so that's coming right up.
Yeah.
10 days from now.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Well,
excited. Really cute. We watched it and it was adorable. Aunt Joni and my dad are on it too. So it just sort of, it is cool.
oh, so anybody who wants to see Circle Television, this very special debut of Twitty and Lynn on the Opry stage, you can see that July 18th, July 8th. This is the day, and it is Happy Heavenly Homecoming Day to your mama.
Thank you.
And I know she's dancing right now, and I know if she's looking at that video, we're gonna sing loud enough that she can hear us, and she's gonna sing loud enough we can hear her.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
Y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye to my friends and thank you, Trey, for getting up